Almost 8 months on from Russia's invasion of Ukraine, its forces are struggling while Ukraine has advanced and regained territory in the east and south. In the eastern Donbas region, the city of Bakhmut remains a Russian target and its troops are making progress. The city reverberates to the sound of constant shelling, day and night. It's been going on for weeks. Most of Bakhmut's 70,000 citizens have already fled. Those who remain are mostly the elderly. They're living without running water or electricity. A small queue had formed for the latest evacuation, with volunteers still bravely driving a minibus in and out of the city. Olena, who's nearly 70 years old, was among those waiting to leave. People are exhausted, she said while another barrage rocked the city. Everyone reacts differently, some reach for a cigarette, or something to chew on, while others just sit and cry. Life had become too hard, having to cook food on an open fire and fetch buckets of water, she said with tears falling off her eyes. In Bakhmut, Russia is desperately trying to change the narrative of this war. It's one of the few places where it is not in retreat. Its advances here have been slow and costly, but Russian forces have been gaining ground. There once may have been a logic to Russia's focus on capturing Bakhmut. In the early summer it had taken the nearby cities of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. Bakhmut was meant to be next, with the expectation that Russian forces would then march on towards Kramatorsk and Slavyansk. But that was before Ukraine launched its surprise counteroffensive in the east and south. Russian forces have been pushed back further north. The cities of Kramatorsk and Slavyansk are no longer in range of Russian artillery, as they were in July. Russia has largely been forced to change from being an offensive to a defensive army. Colonel Serhiy Cherevatyi, a spokesman for Ukraine's Eastern Command, still doubts the Russians have the numbers or equipment to take Bakhmut. At the same time, he said, Russia is trying to build new defenses further north around the towns of Sawatowe and Kremenna, where key supply lines are also now being threatened by Ukraine.